Big Don Chubay being a trooper for us this morning out on the waters and having all kinds of fun.
Listen, I don't have to be much of a trooper. First of all, what a gorgeous day we have here in Cole Harbour. We're aboard the Rolano, and we're talking about, the fact of being a trooper. But I got to say, this guy's a trooper. Ben, you are about to embark on the longest swim. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, basically, it is a swim from Tokyo to San Francisco, so it's going to take 5 to 6 months, but the swim itself is just to get the attention on the environment and the problem that we have in the ocean, basically, the plastic, all the garbage that is there, and that we don't realize that our life on land impact the environment.
And my understanding is that, I think of what the obstacles could be actually swimming in the ocean, and maybe we'll chat about that in a second, but I mean, you actually are going to be physically through an obstacle course in that you are going to be swimming right through an area of heavy plastic.
Right, and that is very important because we are going to collect data throughout the swim. It's a swim for science, it's a swim for action, and it's important to be right there in that big garbage patch.
Now, we're going to see some footage right now of a swim that you did in 1998. So maybe give me a concept of what it's like to be swimming for a long period of time in the ocean where you really don't know what you're going to get.
Right, you feel very small. Everything, it's back to you are a little ant in the middle of the ocean. You don't have any referrals, and it's very difficult because you are in a hostile environment. So it's basically mind over matter. Yes.
So when you wake up in the morning and you go, okay, I've got to get into that water, first of all, a day like today, it's darn cold.
Yes.
Do you notice that? Are you kind of numb to it? Like, what is that like?
Oh, it's cold. It's difficult every minute of it. You have to push yourself, to motivate yourself. I have the same problem as everybody else, to say, oh no, I don't want to do it today. And I have to have the mind to push it and go over it and be ready for it.
Now, we're aboard the Rolano right now, which actually just arrived. You're getting ready to, again, embark on it probably in December. How many crew will be on here? I know we have researchers as well, but tell us a little bit about your team.
Yeah, we'll be 7, including me. So you have 3 to 4 people that will be basically taking care of the Rolano. And then another 3 people will be taking care of the data, collecting the science.
And you, because you have medics, you have people that have to make sure that you are physically healthy and properly, taken care of. And speaking of which, part of that, Russ, is being fed 8,000 calories a day to do what he's doing. So coming up next, we're going to meet the man, Vikram Vij, who's helping him accomplish this very goal of awareness. For more details on the longest swim, you can check out his website.
52, nice to see the sun out. Very grateful that you're not standing there in the pouring rain and wind, Don.
Luckily, I mean, boy, it could have been yesterday and we would have been in all the elements here aboard the Rolano. Ben, we're just talking about how the weather has been the last couple of days. You, on your swim, that is going to be a 6-month journey across the Pacific, you're actually going to be in all the elements, literally.
Right, mostly in the water, though.
Mostly in the water, but does the temperature really affect as well how you're able to swim, your performance?
Well, the temperature of the water, yes. Outside doesn't affect too much because I will be swimming in the warm current, the Kuroshio, so the outside water, the outside temperature won't affect me much.
Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. Now, we're here aboard the Rolano. Give us a little bit of the lay of the land. How big is it? What room are we seeing there?
Sure, it's about 80 foot long, so you have the quarter for the crew right there, and then we have a deep freezer inside, 2 other crew cabins there, a salon.
And the salon right where Vikram Vij happens to be. We're going to make our way in the galley a little bit later, but Vikram, and we'll get you to stand over here, Ben, there. You are going to be fueling Ben's journey.
Right.
8,000 calories a day. We're going to talk about what that involves, but I want to know how. I don't think of Indian food, swim, 1 + 1 is 2.
Well, I always love and admire people who push limits. And so when I met Ben for the first time and he said he was going to swim across, I don't even swim. I am claustrophobic. I need water that comes up till here. So when I heard that he was actually going to swim across and the cause behind it, which was the oceans, which we as Vij's restaurants have always said, sustainable seafood, and where we live in British Columbia, we want to have sustainable seafood. When the cause and the thought process was there, I was like, I want to make sure that he's well fed, that he's well nourished, and he feels good about after eating my food.
And so 8,000 calories, I mean, we're going to get into more detail a little bit later, but what does that look like for you? How many meals are you eating?
As many as I can. I cannot eat much when I'm in the water. So in the middle of the night, I will wake up because I'm hungry. That's I have to listen to my body, basically. I just eat when I'm hungry, and when I'm not swimming, it's almost every 2 hours.
So
You do realize that it is a big stretch. Like if somebody told me that I need 8,000 calories a day, I would be like so big. So for the fact that you are this thin and consuming 8,000 calories, I totally admire that.
But here's what I want to know. So, you know, you're going to be swimming and you're eating the Indian food. You eat the Indian food all the time. You're going to take on a swim?
No. No. That's a great challenge. I will swim in my backyard where the pool where I can touch the floor. I'm okay with that. And the water has to be temperature controlled as well, because there's no way in this frigid water am I going to go in this water.
Good thing Ben is doing what it takes to make sure that we're bringing that awareness to the plastics in the ocean.
And it's a good thing that I'm feeding what I'm doing so that he is well fed and taken care of.
It sounds like a marriage made in heaven, and we are going to make our way in the galley aboard the Rulano. Coming up in the next segment where, Vikram, you're going to show us how it's all done. But we're going to take a little break here on BT, of course, for more details on the longest swim. Check out the website. What will the weather hold over the next few days if you're looking to swim in the ocean right here, perhaps in Cole Harbour? I don't know. We'll find out up next. Well, listen, I've never made it a secret, Vikram, that I love my Vij at home, but you're actually making things a little bit more enhanced. Of course, we have Ben Lecomte, who is going to be swimming on a 6-month journey, and you have to eat how many calories a day again?
About 8,000.
8,000. So, Vikram, what are we doing to help him out here?
Well, one of the things that we're going to do is start with onions, ginger, and garlic. Now, onions, ginger, and garlic are so good because they produce heat from inside out. And when you eat food and when you're swimming, you need to be warm and your body should feel comfortable. And that's what we're going to do. And it's a great digestive. So when you cut off the boat and you want to feel good, that's what you're going to need. So one of the things that I created here was like a Vij's and chicken masala, for example, with a little bit of rice. You pour it in there and you let it cook. Once this is cooked down a little bit, and you'll see, then you can actually serve the food. And turmeric, cloves, cinnamon, all those spices are going to keep him warm and healthy while he needs that.
And Ben, I know that you probably, I mean, obviously you're from Texas, well, you're from Paris initially, but you live in Texas, so you probably yourself haven't actually been to Vij's. And Vikram, for anyone who hasn't tried the Vij at home, it actually is very authentic to the flavors that you serve in the restaurant. So this is a real treat for Ben to be able to have on the boat on his journey.
Well, I think what I wanted to create was the style of cooking that we've created is a little bit of rice, beans, a little bit of rice, chicken, rice, and different proteins. So it's all put together, and he can actually just have a nice, beautiful risotto that's cooked very fresh, and it's tasty, healthy, and most importantly, absolutely unique and different on the boat.
I love it, and I mean, for as far as going on a swim like this is pretty gourmet eating, isn't it?
Oh, that's fantastic, because you know my body can tell if it's not natural, I cannot eat it. I have tried Vij's food, it is amazing. It goes a long way, and I'm looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to keep cooking this up, and you enjoy your swim. Again, for more details on the longest swim, you can check out their website, and of course, hey, you can also have your own Vij's at home.